Yvette here. So glad to be back doing the sessions as usual. I have some fantastic QHHT and now introspective hypnosis. And of course, the introspective hypnosis we can do anywhere in the world over the internet. QHHT strictly to people who come to see me in person, as always. Today's session is an incredible session from an up-and-coming QHHT practitioner. In her session, she explored several lifetimes. She was a man in Canada who had a UFO sighting and actually got to meet his future self, or her future self as his past self as his future self, as a galactic being. She also went to a lifetime as an Annunaki, a seer, an oracle, who time traveled. That was really, really interesting. We got some excellent information about the importance of water, particularly with raising your frequency and vibration. So I hope you really enjoy this session, and that that you get something from it, some information to help you along your way, to help you, just make your day a little bit better. So I'm going to read from the script, so please forgive me if I'm looking down. So we start by asking, is this daytime or nighttime? It's dusk. I'm in a forest and I live there. I have boots on and a checked shirt. I'm walking through the forest. I'm around where I live though, around the side of the house. There's a big white dog, a really big white dog that I take everywhere with me. Do you feel male, female, neither? I'm a man. I'm carrying a gun, a rifle or something. Something's happened. There's been a noise, or I can't quite figure it out, but something's happened. We don't know what it is. I'm going to have a look at it. That's why I've got the gun, and we've come out of the house now. I've got brown boots and jeans on and a red and white check shirt. I have brown hair and I feel like I'm in my late 30s, 40s. If somebody was to shout your name, what would they call you? She laughed. Dan. They called me Dan. Dan, what was the noise that you heard? I don't know that it was a noise, actually. Something, I saw a light, a strange light. It was a light in the forest. We don't have lights like that. So I've taken the dog. We're going to have a look, going to investigate. So what happens next? I cross around the other side to the lake. I have to go by there first to get past. I know the forest very well. There's something really different though. It feels really different. And as you walk through the woods, how do you feel, Dan? I want to say I'm in Canada, but it's some sort of logging country, something like that. I feel a bit excited and a bit nervous at the same time. I feel like I'm going to check something out. There was a light come down out of the sky in the middle of the forest, and that's why I'm here. This is why I'm checking it out. It doesn't seem like it could be anything unless someone crashed. Is the dog still with you, Dan? Yes, he's just to the right of me. We're purposefully striding now, but trying not to make too much noise. What's the dog called, Dad? Jess. She's really big, like a polar bear. She's a huge dog, huge. I'm just making my way through all the trees. They're very uniform around here. It's quite easy to get through, you know. Is this your land, Dan? This bit doesn't feel it. Where the house was, that's my land. This bit feels more like national land, or maybe some sort of protected land or a protected park. So at this point, we compress time and move forward to where Dan was walking to where he found whatever it was he was going to find. And he laughed. I just sat back on the floor, on the grass really fast. Something knocked me off my feet because in front of me, there's this huge spaceship. Looks like a spinning top. What colour is it? It's got all sorts of colours, but the strongest colours are purple, blue, pink. It's just spinning so very fast. What sort of form does it take? Is it solid, liquid, or gas? It's solid, but it's making colours. It looks like a gas. It looks like the gas is all around it by the way it's disturbing the air around it. Is the physical structure coloured around it? The colour I'm seeing is the disturbance around it. I see, so the energy that's created from this ship. Yes, I want to say that it's silver, but it's more a bluey grey. It has a point to it and it comes down. Is that underneath or in front of the ship? It's underneath. And how big would you say that the ship is, Dan? It's 4 times the size of the house, minimum. The dog is a bit transfixed. She doesn't know what to do. We're both sat there thinking, oh my gosh. How do you feel as you look at it? A bit awestruck, I think. I don't feel scared. I would have run away if I felt scared, but I feel quite happy, I think. As you look around this ship, are there any features that stand out? It's an odd shape. I almost want to get it to stop spinning so that I can see it better. It's definitely got some type of window type thing around the widest edge. It's becoming, it's slowing down now. It's slowing. It's becoming more of a disc. It was the energy I was seeing around it. Can you see an entrance at all? The entrance is underneath. It's closed at the moment. But it's starting to open down to a particular point, a couple of feet up from the ground. So it's quite low now. It seems like it was spinning like crazy for whatever reason, down to the ground. I can tell it's opening now. The underneath part is opening, and there's a couple of beings coming out, and they're tall and white. And she got so emotional at this point. As you look at them, what do they look like? They're tall, white, oval heads with almond-shaped black eyes. Look into their eyes and connect with them. Do you recognize them at all? Yes, I recognize them. One of them is me. Just look and observe and just tell me what you look like. I'm in the body of the man, Dan, as I look on, but the white being comes towards me. I know it's me. As you look at yourself, tell me more about your appearance. He's white, has 3 fingers and a thumb, 3 toes, taller than me or taller than Dan, very thin. What about the features? Tiny, tiny little area where the nose is. They don't eat. I don't think they eat. They could form a mouth, but they don't need to. They just talk to me telepathically. It's me from the future. So what made your future self come back in time to speak to you now? Why did you come back? What for? To put a knowing. There was always a knowing, and this is to confirm it. He's never seen us before. It's a friendly visit. He, Dan, doesn't know it, but he's been waiting for us. So what's Dan doing at the moment? He's just standing, kind of smiling. Him and the dog are kind of dumbstruck, really. What planet are you from? Sirius. Sirius A or B? A? What's happening now around you? He's gone forward and touched Dan. He's touched his head, putting some energy into him. Some strange visual things happening where the energy is making Dan shrink and then go bigger again. It's like an exchange of energy between the two. This is good for Dan. This is good. This is just the travels of the white being, showing how he has been, exchanging energy and information. The white being comes out of the ship with his colleague. He walks towards Dan. He doesn't need to touch him, yet he does. He does this because it makes it more real for Dan. So he touches Dan's head, like the Pope might touch somebody on the head. But it shrinks Dan's being down to half its size and brings it back up to its normal size again. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing. It's like rebirth, rebirthing him almost. And we get information from Dan. Dan is an observer. Dan doesn't really know this, but we're just checking in on him. So what happens next? They've done the checking in. We can see he's doing pretty good. So we're going somewhere else now. And then she says, Dan's on an operating table. I see a big light. Does it feel like a human type hospital, or does it feel different to you? Yes, a human hospital. What else do you see around you? It's an operating theatre. There are nurses jumping about. Something has attacked him in the woods and he's losing far too much blood. Just tune into Dan. What part of the body has been affected? It's his intestine. It's like he's been gouged or clawed. It might be a bear. He was defending his property, defending the dog. It was unexpected. Tell me more about this. They're operating, trying to stabilize him. How is Dan feeling at this point, whilst all this is happening? Dan's watching from above. He's come out and he's floating. His feet are where his head is. Just look over at what's happening. He feels like it's done now. It's okay. He's ready to leave. Is this where Dan transitions? Yes, I can hear the surgeons saying there's too much damage. Okay, yes, he's going. When you look over that lifetime, what lessons did you learn from the life of Dan? A quiet life is still very important. That even when you think nothing is happening, you are part of the greater good. Just as you're coming out of that body and you look back at the body of Dan, I'd like you to see a beautiful golden ball of light. And I want you to send that through the top of Dan's head, through his body, into his abdomen, where the trauma was. And I want you to heal that stomach area and the body and just repair all of that. Go ahead and do that for me now. And let me know when it's healed. Okay, yes, that's complete. I'd like you to call all pieces and soul fragments back to your body from that traumatic event in that lifetime, calling all soul fragments and pieces back to your body before you transition, calling them all back to your physical body now. And she said, that feels so good to have them back. Now, having taken your last breath, what happens? I'm going up now. I've come out through the head and I'm going up. I sense people behind me. I feel so happy. I feel free. I'm just flying up. It's a beautiful golden light. There are 6 people, 6 beings around me now. They look like golden light. Do you recognize these beings as someone you've known before? Yes, my granddad. They're guides who are with me all the time. They change. They're ancient guides. They change their appearance depending on how I need to see them. And what do they look like today? They normally look like light, their essence, but they change to look like, they're wearing white robes like philosophers. It resonates with me. They're mostly male. If one was to come forward and give you a name, what would they say? And at this point, she just laughed. I don't know if they're telling the truth. Archangel Gabriel, one of them said. Very good, very good. So do they have something to show you or tell you today? They want to reassure me that they are always there, that they are in this life as beings as well. They are in many places at once, as I am. And they say they've been showing me multidimensional experiences lately because they want me to understand the breadth and depth of that. And that this learning experience is constant. They all do it. We all do it. The special friend that we spoke about, is this one of her guides? She laughed. Yes, yes. Can you see which one? Yes, Jonathan. Is that why she has such a special connection with him? Yes, yes, absolutely. And she drifted and floated. Describe to me what you can see. It's misty and I'm floating through the mist. There's mountains. Do you feel you have a physical body? I'm floating over trees, but there's a mountain in front of me. It's daytime, but it's like a sea air that's coming in, but it's very misty. Look down. What do you see? I have feet, human feet. I'm male. Do you have anything on your feet? No, no. Are you young or old? I feel young, about 30. Are you on the ground or in the air? I'm in the air, floating forwards. And she laughed. I look like Jesus. I'm in the air floating forwards, but I don't have a beard. I have a white, I think it's a white robe. It's white and then it goes to rust and white. And then she said, I have a little thing like an angel on my head. So I said, a halo? I'm an angel, she said. So where are you going to? There's a huge mountain shaped like an egg in front of me. It's like a dark grey and there's green energy coming from it like lightning. Is the energy coming into it from the sky, or is it coming from the ground up into the mountain and up through the mountain? And then she said, it's from the earth to the egg. That's going up to the sky, but it's constant from the earth to the egg, and then from the egg to the sky, intermittent. So she could visualize this beautiful energy, this green energy coming up from the earth into this egg shape structure that was constant, and then from the egg to the earth, it was intermittent. Tell me more about the energy. It's the heart energy. It's the heart of Gaia. This is important, an important part of the planet. When it comes out of the top to the sky, where does that energy go to? The galaxy? Yes, they're showing me a galaxy. I'm not sure where. I just see stars. It's going out like a transmission. So this energy must be going somewhere specific. So where's it going? I'm closer now. This green is like lava, but green, it's white hot, coming through the Earth's surface, coming into this egg. I call it an egg, but becoming more volcano shape, I suppose. It's pushing the energy out. It's not bad at all. Maybe I'm not on Earth because it does look so very different. I can only see the universe now. And as you look round, can you see the Earth, or is there a star or a planet perhaps that stands out to you? I'm floating. I'm just floating and floating. I want to get my bearings. It's half jungle on this planet, and as I come out of this jungle a bit, I can see it's not Earth. So what planet is it? And at this point, she was trying to pronounce the planets. Pleiades. And as you look around, you get your bearings and walk along the floor and ground yourself, is there anything that catches your attention, that catches your eye? I keep being pulled away from the planet. I'm increasing in size when I'm on the planet. I'm trying to stop and walk, but it's so difficult. I'm floating. I like floating. So what happens next? Now I'm floating. I've come back to my original size now that I'm floating. The more I was trying to walk on the earth, the more it messed with my biology. But I feel better now. I know I can see groups. I can see groups of planets now. Which one draws your attention? There's a blue one up there that looks very interesting, but I'm more interested in Earth, I think. There are some beautiful places on Earth, big waterfalls and lush green tropical looking forests. I think I'm in Asia or something. Oh, I just hit the earth, she said. Hopefully with the feet and not with the bottom. I feel like I'm no longer an angel. I'm a human now. I feel like I'm female. I've got some kind of pale blue dress on. I feel young, blonde hair, golden jewelry, and I'm carrying water. My skin is kind of pale, but it's like I've been out in the sun, so I have a bit of a tan. What are you carrying the water in? A big urn. It feels like I'm in Greece. Where are you taking the water to? I'm taking the water to bless it. I've taken the water from the river within the forest, and I'm walking back to the temple with the water. Tell me more about this. huge pillars around the temple, lots of land. It's made of stone. Tell me more. How do you bless the water? We are taking the water into one of the chambers, and the priests come in, and we sit around. We direct our energy into the water. Are the priests with you at the moment? Describe them to me. I said priests, but they're more like philosophers. These are learned people, who are educated people, people who go out into the community and talk to the people and bring the people to the temple. And the temple blesses the people, and the water heals them. So are these men known as elders? Yes, they are. If they were to call you by name, what would they call you? And again, at this point, she was listening really carefully and pronouncing Anna, Annu, Annunaki, Annunaki, Annunaki. And she said, but this doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. What happens next? I'm allowed to stay and watch while they bless this. Tell me more about this. For me, I understand. For me, I didn't understand why I had to go and bring the water when they have a fountain and a little pool in the temple. But they wanted me to get this water. And then she has a light bulb moment. It's something to do with merging life forces. They need this. It's more vital for some reason. So I say to her, just ask one of the elders for more information, please, about this. And the elder gives the information. The river carries more knowledge and more experience because it travels the world through the seas and everything. So the river is very wise. It's had many experiences, and the water in this temple, whilst it's very blessed, it does not have the knowing as the water from the river has. So when they mix them together, then they have everything. It completes the circle, completes the cycle. The water has memory. It remembers everything. What's happening with the blessing? They're chanting. I'm watching them chant and focus their energy into it. I feel like even being in their presence, it's already changed. How old do you feel? I'm a teenager. Are there any other teenagers around you? One or two, I think, in different places around the temple. Is there anybody that stands out at all? They're all very good men. Yes, I can see one. Look into his eyes. Do you recognize his soul energy? Yes, it's my friend from this current lifetime. What's happening with this water now? They've finished the ritual now. It's like a small room that has a fountain inside of it. So it's a small room with a very small pool and a tiny fountain that comes out. Just off of it, around a curve, there's a courtyard just off the side, but there's a separate small place, a curved shape. The water comes in from the rain as well. They save this. It's very good, very nutrient dense, they say. What are they chanting? It sounds like Latin to me. I don't understand. It sounds almost like a prayer. But they let me sit there and watch. I think I might be the daughter of somebody important. I feel important. They're pouring a cup for each person there, a very small cup. What are the cups made of? They look like goblets made of crystal, I think, like a cloudy crystal, roughly cut. Then they all take a sip from this water. And at this point, she gets really excited. As I'm sitting here looking at them, they all become blurred. Their frequency is so high that their physical body is literally disappearing and dissipating. Super smooth, their energy field is super smooth. It's like when you see a firework go off and it just shines and sparkles and then and disperses. That's what the water's there for. For them, that's really high, really high. They're able to come back though if they want. It's what they wanted to do. It's important to them. If this was a person from the town, she says, perhaps not as high frequency as me, they wouldn't do this in front of them, but they can do this in front of me. I want you to use your power of telepathy, and I want you to ask them which dimension they've gone to. And just like that, seventh dimension. She was very direct. And I said, the fact that you're watching them, do you feel that you're some kind of student? And she said, yes, definitely. I'm the only girl in the temple that's allowed to sit and watch them do this. I definitely have something that they need. I have sight. I have special sight. And when we discussed this afterwards, she was actually a seer. And so I asked her to use her telepathy and ask the elders for more information on this. They say I can see the future, and also I will do this too. They say that I don't have limits, and I've never put limits upon myself. This is rare because most people limit themselves in some way. And so we move forward to another significant day in that lifetime. I see a monolith, some sort of stone, a tall structure in front of me, and I'm touching it. I'm so close, I'm touching it. It's made of stone. What type of stone is it? It's solid stone, not granite. I have a good look around to see what's there, just to see if there's anything significant. I feel like I've moved time. I feel like I've jumped time. This is me from that previous lifetime where I was with the elders as the seer, but this is me now in a different lifetime. I've time traveled, so this is me on a hill, and this feels Norman, like the Norman times or Celtic or something like that. I'm still the same person, but I've traveled through time. And then she gets excited. This is the first time that I've traveled through time. I feel like I might be near Glastonbury, something like that. It's tall and I'm on a hill. I'm touching it. It's a building made of stone. If I was to say to you the word Tor, does that resonate with you? Yes, that's it. And I've got a green dress on. I have long red hair. Do you feel the same age or older? I feel similar age. I've got a long sleeved dress and a scooped neckline, green velvet, dark green velvet, very long. A wide dress. There's lots of dress. She's like, there's lots of dress. As you look around, is there anyone else there with you? Yes, there are people. They're not with me though. Can they see you? I don't think so. Nobody acknowledges me. I'm opening a door and going in. It's like an old church type of thing. I'm walking down the aisle part. Some people are sat, but not many. It's a quiet day. I'm here to do prayers, but I'm looking up at the eaves. It looks so very old and so nice. What do the windows look like there? Stained glass windows. Can you see the images on them? Yes, there's fruit and saints. As you look around this building, this church, is there anything that catches your eye? The one thing that strikes me is that no one is looking up. Everyone is just looking down at their laps. And it's like just kind of getting a feel of what they're doing. You'd think I was at a funeral, but I'm not. There's no funeral, but everybody's in such deep prayer. They're very, so low. How do you feel sat there? I feel so much lighter than them. I feel like I don't belong here, but that I'm here to witness this. They're praying for something. I find the people interesting the most. The benches are very dark brown. They're all in dark clothes. Something serious has happened or is about to happen. They're praying for good times. Can you see a priest or a vicar there? There is somebody there. Everybody is just so solemn. He's not talking, just standing. They're praying independently at the moment. Use your powerful inner knowing. Why are they praying so intently? There's been a big incident. Something's happened. Lots of people lost. How are they killed? An invasion, some sort of invasion. Something's happened, very bloody. Lots of people shouting and screaming, swords, very difficult, Very, very difficult. People had to flee. They had to get away. So if you time travel to that point in time, what information did you need to take back with you? What was the purpose of you time traveling? I feel like it's just other lives. It's just the experience of other lives. Just touching other lives, even for a short time, is very important because it gives you a depth of knowledge and experience. And so even when you meet somebody for just a few minutes and you talk about that life, you understand things between you. And that is so powerful as actually going to the place where it happened. And she said, I want to say it's 1066. And is there any other reason why you've gone to this place? There's very high energy here, very high energy. Everybody knows it. The people know it. It's so high, the energy, that some people simply can't cope with it. Is it used for good? Yes, yes, oh yes. The people in the church are soaking it up. That's why they are there. They don't understand that fully. They have to be there. It's such an important place, a place of healing. So we move forward. I'm an older lady and I've got a ring on my right finger. I'm on a balcony overlooking beautiful scenery. It's so, so beautiful. What are you wearing? I have a lovely dress and I feel a bit royal. Not important. I'm more humble than that, but I feel very, very royal. I feel that I've done good. I've done good things for other people here. The big ring, tell me more about that. It's flat, round, it's a red stone, but it's so flat. It's different, so different. I can change, it changes colour. Oh, it's gone blue, she said. What allows it to change colour? It's the energies that change it. It's an indication, a tuning device to my frequency. It's set in precious metal, sort of a goldy platinum type setting. Do you have any other jewellery or ornaments on? I have something on my head. There's a crystal on my head in the middle on the top. It's like I have some sort of headdress on the top, but it's very light. It's a light thing and it has a crystal in it. It's glowing blue and white. I'm in a different time, a different lifetime, but it's another time travel. Do you feel as if you've gone to a different lifetime? Traveling? Yes, yeah, that's exactly how it feels. Yes, when I started, at first it felt like I was in the Mediterranean, and as I became further into this life, I don't know, the balcony, she said, it's like a crystal rock. The balcony is made of crystal and it's shining. Is it clear or opaque, this crystal? It's opaque, shimmery, beautiful. Does it feel like earth? Somewhere. Yes, this is not a place where people can easily go. What do you do next? I feel like there's been some sort of social gathering, but I'm just out on the balcony now because it's most beautiful and I can see the sea and the harbour. It's as if the sunset, oh gosh, the purples and pinks, the water is turquoise and ultramarine. The colours are incredibly vivid. It's an incredibly special place here. This place has a different frequency. There are people talking further up in the courtyard, but I'm just enjoying this. The people here are amazing. They are very advanced. I've come here to learn. This is an educational trip. This is the reason I'm here. If this is an educational trip, who teaches you? I want to say the Lemurians. Does that feel like that's where you are? Yes. I want to go down the steps now. I want to go down to the sea. And as you look at the other people, what are they wearing? Describe them to me. They're really grand, but not in a pretentious way, but very beautiful and opulent, knowing and understanding. Their hearts are big. They're all connected. They're all connecting to each other. There's a staircase built into the rock. It's rock, but a type of crystal. It looks like rock, but when I step near it, the energy from me makes that turn to crystal. Very good. Let's go down the staircase now. Let's go and see what's down there. It's a single person width, a little windy staircase down to the sea. I'm on the sand. I can feel it under my toes, the warmth, and I can feel the sand. It's hard to tell the colour of the sand because the colours are just so beautiful and so bright. It's lovely. And just have a little walk down to the sea and tell me what that feels like there. I'd like you to connect to the healing energies of the water. Allow those healing energies to enter every single cell of your body. Yes, I'm under the water. My hair is white now, she says, but it's so good in here. How does that feel like? Are you swimming? It feels so nice. I'm just floating in this water. Look around a little. What does the sky look like there? It's still beautiful colours. It's very pink and blue and purple. A very colourful sunset, like a painting almost. And so we move forward to the last day in that lifetime. I'm laying on a bed, but it's crystal with a cushion on top. I've seen enough now. It's my time. It's my time. And as you look back over that lifetime of time travel and being with the elders as a seer, what did you learn from that lifetime that is helping you in this current lifetime? Change is constant. Change is good. And when we ask to speak to the higher self, why did you show her these lifetimes today? I tried to show her multidimensional existences. She's asked about this, and it's something we wanted to teach her. There's a lot happening on the planet at the moment. People speak of the event or a solar flash. Yes, you are very close. There are variables in time, 3 months, maybe longer. Some will experience sooner, others will experience it later. Within their reality, this is all possible. Many people speaking of a blackout. Can you give us any further information with that? This may occur. These things are coming, but these are not the most important things. What is the most important thing? Consciousness rising. The things that happen, these are short-lasting, fear-based. They will not last long. Do not put your intention and focus on these fear-based things. It is important to concentrate on your own frequency and raising your own vibrational frequency and consciousness rising now. So not to be concerned at all about these things that we're aware of that may happen within our reality. No, do not be concerned. Many people are concerned with our governments all around the world with mandating vaccines. Is this current timeline, in this current timeline, will this be a compulsory to have vaccines, especially for COVID? Yes, but you do still have free will. So it's all control, but you don't need to take it. You can always avoid this if you don't let this into your reality. You don't have to experience it. So are you saying that if we don't put our intention and focus onto it, then that will not manifest within our reality? Exactly. That's exactly what we are saying. So that was a fantastic session that I was absolutely blessed to guide Annie along with there. I know Annie is on the official QHHT website. If anybody would like to pick a session up with her, I'll put the information below. Of course, if you'd like to book a QHT session with me, healing session, I'm also trained fully now in introspective hypnosis. And as a clinical hypnotherapist, I'm able to do sessions over the internet anywhere in the world. And I've been having lots of fun doing sessions in Florida and Ireland and Scotland, all over. So please do get in touch. And, you know, just like this video, if it's helped you in any way, if you have any constructive comments where I can improve on the videos, please let me know, and subscribe if you feel the need to. That'd be really helpful. Sending you a massive wave of love as always, and keep those frequencies high. Keep your intentions on your focus, only what brings you love, only what brings you greatest joy. Thank you. Namaste.